all be in blue? I knew that. It's so easy. Easy solve. Just wait for... Oh, wait. It's 6:30. Wait. Is that them or no?
Hernandez going to speak? Hello and welcome to the Wareham High School formal commencement ceremony for the class of 2022. I am Bridget Irving and I am the president of the class of 2022. I'd like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Kimberly Shaverhood, members of the Wareham School Committee, staff of the Wareham Public School System, family, friends, and other guests for being here tonight. And to my fellow classmates, we made it. Our class will definitely be one to go down in history. We're the last class who had to endure the rivalry of Deaconess versus Minot, and the first to experience the STEAM versus humanities atmosphere. But we're finally together as one class. No rivalries holding us apart. And I am so happy to be graduating with each and every one of you. And lastly, thank you for letting me serve as class president for the last 4 years. We did it. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, which will be sung by Chloe Nadeau.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant through the still there. Spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free, o'er the home of the brave.
Marshals, you may now seat the class. I'd now like to introduce the class of 2022 Salutatorian, Emily Ann Schluter.
Thank you, Bridget. Hello, everyone. I would first like to personally welcome friends, family, Wareham High School staff, and of course, my fellow graduates in the class of 2022. I am incredibly honored and extremely anxious about giving a speech to all of you on such an important and special day in our lives. If you told freshman year me that I'd be giving such a speech 4 years later, I may have laughed in your face, as this was the last place I would have imagined myself to be. Speaking of freshman year, I think we can all agree that a great deal has changed since that phase of our lives. Change is something that can be unsettling and different, something foreign and frightening to think about. But change can also be something good and for the betterment of us all. Change can help people realize their full potential and perhaps even bring about the key to their happiness for the rest of our lives. Now, I don't know about any of you, but change absolutely terrifies me. To me, change is something rather uncomfortable, but I look back and see just how much has already changed naturally and remarkably. All of us change in many different ways in sexuality and gender identities, in personality and life motivators, but we should not be afraid of the changes and the differences in ourselves and others. It's a natural part of life and can help people become their authentic, happiest selves. Over these last few years, every single one of us has experienced a great deal of change regarding major things like COVID-19 and growing into the adults that we are today. Today will mark the bittersweet change with the end of our experiences here as students of Wareham High School, but will also mark the bright beginnings of change for our class as we move on to the next part of our lives. I hope that all of us will continue to gracefully change and grow out of high school, and in the wise words of George Takei, we should indeed keep calm in the face of difference and live our lives in a state of inclusion and wonder at the diversity of humanity. I would like to thank all of you for attending this joyous graduation this evening and wish a happy Pride Month to everyone. I'd now like to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Adrian Padden.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wareham High School's class of 2022 graduation ceremony. I want to start off by thanking the teachers, staff, administration, and faculty at Wareham High School for supporting my fellow graduates and I throughout our years at Wareham. I know that many of us have made personal connections with staff members and found someone that we can rely on in one way or another, whether it be for a quick conversation every morning or assistance with math work during our senior privileges period. Your endless support and sacrifices for us are greatly appreciated and will be fondly remembered. I also want to thank my editorial team, Allison Horton and Gabby Andrews, that helped me prepare my speech and strongly encouraged me to make it not boring in their words. So what does it really mean to be valedictorian? Basing it off of a mere numerical value, in my opinion, is not enough and does not give credit where credit is due. I know there are graduates sitting in front of me who have studied rigorously, pulled many all-nighters, and crammed for tough exams. And they did that while participating in extracurriculars and sports that are time demanding. I know students who started their homework at 9 or 10 and stayed up until the early hours of the morning to finish. And what was I doing? Well, if you know me good enough, with my 10-year-old bedtime, it was likely I was dead asleep by 8:30. GPA does not always reflect the time and effort put into it. I think that more factors need to be considered when naming the valedictorian. Over the past year, I've had a handful of teachers tell me that I need to maintain my GPA and work for the spot of valedictorian for the right reason and to not overwork myself. I've yet to figure out what they think the right reason is, but I know that my own reason is that I wanted to achieve something great for myself. What was the cost of this achievement in this title? Well, I never joined any sports, and I wasn't active in many clubs, but I didn't take advantage of opportunities to hang out with my friends very often. I was afraid of not having enough time to do schoolwork if I spent my afternoons doing anything but sitting at my desk. Looking back now, I see that I spent more time doing nothing in my room, afraid of not having enough time, than I did actually doing schoolwork. The lesson that I learned from this, and that I want to share with you all, is to put your relationships first. Go outside, have a social life, meet new people and new friends. Don't waste your time worrying about life passing you by, and instead live in the moment. So many more opportunities are about to present themselves to you, and you should take advantage of them. For many of us, we're about to start our lives over in a completely new environment by moving away for college. We've relied on strict routine and guidance up until this point, comfortable with the familiarity of our surroundings. But in this new environment, we can't be afraid to seize those new opportunities. Now is the time for us to make changes, expand our social network, and make new memories. Hopefully no more chaotic parking lot memories of parents taking our spots in the middle of the day. Looking at you guys up there. In just a few short months, when you walk through the door of your first lecture, make a mental note to step out of your shell and do something that you wouldn't have normally done. Whether it be sitting with a stranger during lunch, joining a new club that you've never heard of, or trying a new sport, make sure to create opportunities for yourself to try something new. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2022. I'd now like to introduce the secretary of our class, Chloe Hogan.
Good evening. I am Chloe Hogan, and I am the secretary of the class of 2022. Mr. Palladino has served in the role of principal here at Wareham High School since 2010. Mr. Palladino received his Bachelor's of Science in Health Education from Springfield College and his Master's degree in Education Leadership from Cambridge College. In addition, he received his certification from Administration from Bridgewater State University's Advanced Graduate Studies program. Mr. Palladino has been a part of Wareham Public Schools for 28 years in many capacities. He was a classroom teacher for many years and has served as an assistant principal of the high school and principal of the Wareham Cooperative School and the Wareham Night School program. Whether as a coach, a teacher, or an administrator, Mr. Palladino's dedication to the Wareham Public Schools has always been something we can count on, and for that we are grateful. It is with great respect that I introduce our principal, Mr. Palladino.
Thank you, Chloe. Good evening. I would like to thank a few people for making tonight's graduation possible. The WPS Fields and Grounds crew, the WHS custodians, Ms. Medina, Wareham Public Schools Superintendent Dr. Shaverhood, and Assistant Superintendent Dr. Schwam. All the other WPS administrators, WPS school principals, WPS staff, WHS staff, the WPS school committee, WCTV, and most importantly, the Wareham High School class of 2022. Your 4 years at high school were met with unprecedented times. Our world changed on March 13th, 2020. We went from being in a school day one day to not being physically back in the school for the remainder of the school year. Zoom meetings became commonplace as we finished your sophomore year. During your junior year, we came back in a hybrid fashion and had a full return your senior year with masks for the first half of the year. I'm happy to say that during your senior year, we were able to put everything back into place as it was pre-COVID, from a full athletic season with fans in the bleachers, an outdoor homecoming, clubs meeting after school, plays and musicals happening, concerts, prom, senior class trip, and now graduation. The pandemic wasn't all negative. It gave us many teachable moments. Students learn that in life, things will be difficult, and you have to work through these difficulties. I also think it gave us all a greater appreciation for what we have. The Wareham High School Class of 2022 persevered through these adversities. At last night's Awards and Scholarship Night, our students in the Wareham High School Class of 2022 received over $367,000 in local scholarships. I want to thank all of the local scholarship providers for their generosity. The Class of 2022 is going to be remembered in so many different ways beyond the COVID-19 virus. 45% of the Wareham High School Class of 2022 graduated with an A average. In the dual enrollment program, 8 seniors have already completed 1 full year of college, and 1 senior has completed a year and a half of college before receiving their high school diploma. All of the seniors have a well-thought-out plan for their future. 73% of you will be going on to further your education in a 2-year or 4-year institution. 18% of you will be moving on to the workforce. 5% will be going on to the military, and 4% are still figuring it out. This class has certainly left a mark on Wareham High School. We will never forget the way you carry yourselves in the school and throughout your 4 years. I want to thank all of you for being the great role models for all of the underclassmen at Wareham High School to emulate. You have left very big shoes to fill in so many ways. But I am confident that through your leading by example, the underclassmen at Wareham High School will understand how things are done. I hope you look back on your years at Wareham High School with fond memories and not just COVID memories. Hopefully, these positive memories last a lifetime. You all have been motivated to work hard for yourselves and make a better future. I want to leave you with a quote from Thomas Jefferson. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done. Best of luck to the Wareham High School Class of 2022. I would now like to introduce the Class of 2022's Vice President, Abby Wixton.
Good evening. My name is Abby Wixton, and I am the Vice President of the Class of 22. Superintendent of Wareham Public Schools, Dr. Kimberly Shaverhood, has been part of the Wareham family for more than 9 years. Dr. Shaverhood earned her bachelor's degree from Franklin University, a master's degree in secondary education from Indiana University, a master's degree in school counseling from Butler University, a master's degree in educational administration from Weiner University, and her doctorate from Northeastern University. She has worked tirelessly for the students and families of the Wareham Public Schools, especially during these unprecedented times we faced during the pandemic. It is with great honor that I introduce our superintendent, giving her final commencement speech of her tenure, Dr. Kimberly Shaverhood.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Good evening. Mr. Palladino, members of the school committee, faculty, staff, parents and families, and members of the class of 2022. It is my distinct honor to welcome all who have gathered here today to wish our graduates wisdom, peace, and continued success. To our class of 2022, today is about you. Your graduation ceremony is an opportunity to celebrate your accomplishments, recognize your academic achievements, and to thank you for what you have contributed to our high school, our district, and our community. You have made this a better place. When I began as Wareham's superintendent, you were in 4th grade. Your class was the last to complete your elementary years in Minot and Deaconess based on your zip code. You entered the middle school as the second group that began as 5th graders and you were the last class to complete 8th grade in the middle school. Since then, our world has experienced an unimaginable event. You spent half your high school career learning from home or in a hybrid setting as a result of the pandemic. COVID has challenged every part of your lives. And in spite of what you've been forced to navigate, you found success. I'm amazed and impressed at what you've accomplished. Examples of your leadership and academic success include the following. Over half of your graduating class achieved honor roll 2 out of the 3 terms this year. As a class, your graduating GPA is 86.7. 19 members of your class are members of National Honor Society, and 18 seniors have earned the John and Abigail Adams Award. Student Council led the charge for the Thanksgiving food can drive with a total collection of more than 3,283 cans. The National Honor Society supported environmental causes with your fundraisers selling tree plantings. The Wareham Key Club is one of 4 clubs in New England who have been recognized as a distinguished club. And you've logged approximately 950 total service hours this year. The Global Education Club sponsored Stand United with Ukraine Week in May and sponsored Racial Justice Week in February. The JROTC conducted fall and spring cleanup at the Kendrick House. Veterans were presented with gift bags on Veterans Day. Members of DECA earned recognition at the top 10 at the state competition and sent members to the International Career Development Conference. Through your leadership in athletics, your accomplishments include 3 South Coast Championships and several athletes named to the Standard Time Super Team and All-Star Team. And the Unified Track and Field Team competed at states. Countless hours were devoted to the arts. Members won awards at the Massachusetts High School Drama Festival. Through drama productions or art shows, your talent that we have had the privilege of viewing is amazing. Your leadership skills have been exceptional. Benevolent, compassionate, caring, and giving back to your community are words which describe your class. However, it's important for you to know and recognize that your graduation is not the end, but the beginning of new opportunities and achievements. Some of the 4-year colleges and universities members of your class will be attending Salve Regina, Holy Cross, Mass Maritime Academy, Emmanuel, UMass Amherst, Wentworth, UVM, Bridgewater. Others will be attending community college as they determine the career path they will choose, and some will be entering the workforce. Many of you have shared your aspirations as you work toward becoming nurses, teachers, forensic scientists, mathematicians, airplane mechanics, therapists, biochemical engineers. Regardless of what your path will be, find your passion and remember, hard work and a growth mindset will get you to where you want to be. And even as we focus on what lies ahead, I would be remiss if I didn't remind you the value of reflection. You're a generation who grew up with the Pearson family. You took part vicariously in the Squid Games, and you awaited each season release of Stranger Things and you played Smash or Pass on TikTok. And never forget that it was in 2022 that you all hit the gritty or were levitating on the dance floor. Your road is uncharted, but there's one thing the class of 2022 has demonstrated time and time again. Each of you is a Viking. Always remember to draw on your imagination, your inner strength, and ambition. Be the world's voice of hope. Be brave, stay brave. And finally, as I close my remarks today, I would like to share with you some final words of advice from some of our Wareham Elementary School students. Graceland, age 7, thinks everyone should work in an ice cream store. Johnny, age 5, when you go out into the world, remember to take time and play. Rhett, age 6, make sure the mosquitoes don't bite you. And Abigail, age 8, sometimes it's going to be hard, but have fun. And finally, Cora, whose brother is graduating today, wants you to know, you've got this. We believe in you. Be all that you can be and do good. I admire what your class has achieved, and I double dog dare each and every one of you to continue to write your story and be the hero. Thank you.
Bridget Elizabeth Irving.
I can't see when she gets her diploma. Yeah. Did she get it? Yeah, you're good. Okay.
Abby Elena Wixton.
You can stay seated if you want to. It's going to be a little bit. I'll let you know. You guys can stay seated. I didn't lead you anywhere. You guys can sit down.
Chloe Ann Chauncey Hogan.
Can I go? I can't see.
Olivia Lee Powers. Emily Denise Keating. Adrian Sheila Padden. Emily Ann Elizabeth Schluter. Caitlin Trask. Kinsey N. Navarro. Shaylin Kelly Fernandez. Madison Nicole Murphy. Benjamin D. Berjali. Kevin Michael DeCalabas, Jr. Allison M. Horton. Courtney Elissa Osborne. Sage Zen Gallardo. Amaya Joyce Anderson. Candace Marie Beach. Sheridan Elizabeth Bancroft. Kent J. Silva, Jr. Mia Cromwell. Gabriella K. Andrews. Rainey Azaria Baptiste. Brianna Elizabeth Berenger. Desmariah Raquel Burns. Aliana Dalen Black Holmes. Lily Mae Odabashian. Jessica Pender. Cassandra Lynn Oldfield. Aiden J. Cox. Garrett Riley Goodman. Laura Lee Pinkston. Carly Reese Delgado. Mackenzie Claire Broadley. Evelyn Rose Chase. Maya Nicole Brown. Edward Berry Jr. Ethan Kavakis. Marissa Marie Courier. Colleen Rose Hogan.
Alton Jerome McCain IV. Tyler McIver. Karina May Holmgren. Shakila Rhonda Schoonmaker. Daniel James Peets. April Lee Cordero. Andre Joseph Sylvia. Avon Lopes. Amira Marie Elseed. Colby Jaron Furtado. Lawrence M. Hendricks, Jr. Chase Cologne. Zachary Messina. Jaron Rose. Amber Lee Rose. Kylie Rose DeMello. Cedric Lansky Georges. Isabella Costa. Nathan Bither. Aaliyah Alves.
Louis Roman. Jaden Yates. Dorian Glisper. Julia Marie Pomerlow. Isabella Cavalcanch Mombrini. Kyle Black. Wilden Lawrence. Shania Donahue. Adrian Nathaniel Gomes. Juan Luis Alexis Martinez. Ian Richard S. Clive. Faith Mary Marie Wills. Kelsey Cheyenne Kennedy. Logan Daniel McDonald. Jocelyn Marie Protz. Maria McGrath.
Evelyn Delory. Maverick Kavakas. Megan Kathleen England. Ariana L. Judge. Catherine Elizabeth Young. Jenna Marie Klemp. Molly Nicole Roberts. Luke Wiley. Austin J. Tripp. Daniel Robert Gallus. Paul Daniel DeLuca. Brendan R. Vega. Simone Elise Vasconcelos Cash. Brenna H. Corey. Vincent Tamburini II. Brett Daniel Glory.
Good evening. My fellow officers and I would like to take the time to thank our class advisors, Miss Michelle Medina and Miss Amanda Zach. There are no words that can express our gratitude towards your efforts. Everything you've done for us has not gone unnoticed. You've both stepped up and took on the challenge of leading and advising our class. Both of you have helped our class more than you know. With your guidance, our senior year has been extremely successful. You've made us feel like someone is really looking out for us. The class of 2022 would not have made it here without your help. We cannot thank you enough. At this time, we would like to take the opportunity to call both of them to the podium to receive a gift on behalf of the class.
Oh,
I'm getting all the different directions. Thank you.
The remainder of the class of 2022's funds will go towards adding a new bench to the front of the school. Again, this would not be possible without Miss Medina and Miss Zach. Thank you.
Go Celtics!
Oh.
Dr. Shaverhood, members of the school committee, staff, families, and graduates. I attest to the fact that the students seated before you have all met the rigorous local and state requirements to graduate here tonight. Will the class of 2022 please rise? The tradition of the movement of the tassels symbolizes the transition from candidate to graduate. I will now ask the Wareham High School class of 2022 to move their tassel from the right side to the left side. I now present to you the Wareham High School graduating class of 2022. Congratulations, graduates.